Let's go, my beautiful people. It is another day. It's another great day, and it's your boy Lyndon. I've got like the first lines of the video, classic. Brad's brand new video here today, and what we're here to talk about today, we're here to talk about the generation of purpose, and I think this is a really kind of great video because I think there's a lot of kind of negativity, a lot of kind of criticism, and kind of things that are going on right now that are really kind of taking over our lives, and I think it's kind of good just to look at something a bit different, something a bit more positive. So kind of what's inspired me to kind of have a look at this video, just kind of looking at kind of what I'm doing in my life and what can be done to kind of achieve kind of a fulfilling life. 'Cause I think that's something that we all kind of want. I mean, like, oh yeah, we all want to kind of have money and we want to have kind of people around us, we want to wear the nicest clothes and go to the nicest places. But I think really when it comes down to it in life, like I think most people would just say, I just want to have a good life. Like I just want to know that I had good times and it was good vibes, and I enjoyed what I did during my life. And that's kind of got me thinking, like, kind of, do I feel like what I'm doing right now, do I get kind of the most out of it and things like that? And I'd probably say no, like, not really. But I think this is something where me and I think kind of as a generation we can look to improve on it, because I feel like within ourselves, kind of people, my generation, say generation, was it Generation Z, or we used to get called millennials. When millennials, people used to have the millennials, and I think now we're referred to Generation Z. So I think it's anything from 1995. So that's going to probably cover the majority of people who watch me. But I think one thing that is kind of imperative for our generation, and where I got this video from, is because a few months ago I watched this TED talk, and it was very great. It was all about this guy who decided to drop out. He dropped out of his job and he was earning like 70,000 a year, and he was like, I'm not happy. And then he basically was like, I'm going to start a company, and it kind of, like I said, it's hard work, but it took off. And I think it's not, I understand that not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, not everyone wants to own their own business, but it's about doing things that you enjoy. Like I can already see, I think, our generation, kind of when you log on to like stuff like Facebook, the amount of people who are like got their own kind of marketing schemes, or people are like got their own contracting businesses, or people have got their own hairdressers, or what's called makeup artists, and you just see like people who are really wanting to do their own thing, have their own kind of impacts on the world, using their skills to do the job that they love, barbering. I can already start to see it, and I feel it's going to be quite imperative for us, if we're going to be working, like I say, like the other generations before us for kind of 40 years, that we do stuff that we think is kind of going to change the world. Because I think one of the worst things that we can do kind of in our lifestyle at the moment is to have to take a job where we feel like we're not actually doing anything. We feel like we're just kind of benefiting the people that employ us, and we're not actually having any sort of impact in what we're doing. I think because there is a lot of jobs like that, and I think what that kind of encourages is kind of, it can bring on kind of detrimental effects to people's mental health and mental state, and kind of their motivation to get up. And some people will be like, well, you need to get up, you need to get at it. Jobs aren't meant to be fun, but they allow us to do the great things in life. And yes, I understand, obviously we need people to do these jobs that may not be the nicest of things, but I believe that obviously everyone has a choice, and to me, I think it's important that if something doesn't fulfill you, and it's not something that kind of drives you to wake up every day, then you always have the ability to change that. And they've got to think kind of where we are now. There's never been more than any more opportunities. There probably has been in life before than we have right now, just because we have this thing called the internet, which is absolutely massive. I just want to get, before we carry on, I just want to shout out my sponsor. Not really my sponsor, I work on the brand deal, but it's Corona. It's just a bit, due to situations, I thought it'd be quite appropriate to have a drink by them. So shout out to Corona. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just literally just chilling. But yeah, no, back to the video. So yeah, so in terms of the internet, there's so many things that we can do through it. It powers YouTube. You literally YouTube. You can teach yourself anything. You can become a creator like I do. I love making videos. It's something I want to kind of do more. And I've been saying that, but I'm actually going to prove it to you. Like I'm going to nail down YouTube to a T. So watch out for that. Yeah, so YouTube, you can learn what you want to learn. You can obviously pursue YouTube. You can kind of discover things. You can game. You can kind of make videos out there, like brands use YouTube. Like there's a lot of things, obviously advertising on YouTube as well. You got to think like social media. Social media has such a massive pulling factor. You got to think we're definitely, I'm saying that we're definitely in the billions in terms of the people that use social media across the world. Obviously, like, everyone's connected to the same sort of things, but like you got to realize that you can tweet something now, and if someone catches wind of it who's a bit bigger in terms of the platforming you, like it just takes one share, one retweet, and suddenly you went from having a poll of about 400 people to 4,000 people. 4,000 people turns into 40,000 people. The rate that I see some tweets spread on the internet is absolutely crazy, and there's so much that can be done with that. There's so many different jobs out there where you can literally just use the internet. People literally work from home now and have jobs where they just use the internet and log on and they do their thing. Like, it's absolutely crazy. And I think kind of one thing that I think, say kind of working with purpose, is you see a lot of people have kind of done some things that they kind of want to benefit society. I see people starting stuff like radio stations for like the local community. I've seen that. I've seen people kind of start movements, kind of and protests and stuff. I remember when I looked at I think I was in Black Lives Matter protest that originally got started in Birchland-on-Trent, and I was thinking, who's created that? And I was like, oh right, oh that's my cousin. And I was like, that's amazing. My cousin is mate, and obviously they're mid-20s, and they took upon themselves. But yeah, no, we want to be the people. We want to start this, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. Obviously, there's like hundreds of thousands of people who do like charity events and charity activities, and obviously they fundraise through the internet. Obviously, kind of boxing events. There's honestly so much things. You got to think that kind of we do try and positively affect the society. So even through your work, I think it is really important to realise that, and I think it's something that is kind of tied with ourselves that we're not out here just trying to make as much money as we can, and I feel like we are the generation where we would happily take a pay cut for a job that we thought was kind of fulfilling. Like, obviously, I think it's a bit easier to say. Kind of a lot of us probably aren't in a situation where we're tied down with kind of stuff like kids and like a mortgage. So I think it's a lot easier for us now, and that's why I say utilise this time while we're young to actually step out and have a look at what we can do. Because I feel like one thing that doesn't get taught enough when we're in school is a lot of people think, oh, you go into school, you do GCSEs, you've got Pacific A levels, and you do one course at university, and then you're going to do that job for the rest of your life. That's very untrue. Even people who've gone to university have either dropped out of university or they've gone to university and then a few years later they don't like the life path they've chosen or the job path they've chosen, and they completely switch it. Leaving school, obviously I had my A levels, had stuff I thought I'd specialise in, had a couple of jobs, and I'm saying I think it's very easy to look to kind of want to switch. And I think I said, well, it's right at this age, and you're trying to find what you want to do and what is your kind of purpose, kind of using the skills and the talents that you have, and making sure that you can try and live the quality of life that you want to live. So obviously that's obviously going to be a hustle to be successful. I believe that, and that's one of the things as well. I feel like sometimes you work in a 35, 40-hour week for someone, but you feel like you're just kind of benefiting their company. It's very hard. It can be drag. It feels kind of awful. But I believe that when you find the kind of thing that you want to do, and you can throw 40, 50 hours, you can proper hustle, but something you know that's going to benefit you and benefit your community and benefit something that you actually care about. I think that's where we kind of get the best. That's where we'll get the best out of our current generation, and that's where I want to emphasise you guys to go. So kind of one thing I see as well is people do like to kind of follow their friends in terms of employment. So I have seen quite a few things where like someone will get a job here and they're like, oh mate, do you want a job here? And they're like, yeah, and then like people will end up kind of working in 2, 3, 4s, kind of to their mates. And you got, I think. Although, yeah, it can be cool to obviously work together, and I couldn't totally understand why that would be kind of something where people would want to do it. But at the same time, you realise that we're all individualistic, and something that where you may maybe excelling, you may just be gliding along. And like honestly, in terms of career now, we're like what? So people watching this video are probably like 16 to 25. So you've all got minimum 40 years of working. So are you in the place right now where you can see yourself going for the next 10, 20 years? obviously this job, it's not, obviously this kind of video, it's not like, oh yeah, go out and quit your job tomorrow. But it's one of those things where I'm trying to make you kind of think a bit more about what you want to get out of kind of working in your career in this world. And you got to think, just another thing I was thinking of for you kind of high aspirers, kind of like myself, how many people can you see that get to being a millionaire from kind of that 9 to 5 kind of salaried role? Like, because I feel like a lot of people, because that's where kind of the last generation, a lot of them went, is going to the corporate ladder. I'm like, yes, no, you will get a good living out of working up a corporate ladder. Don't get me wrong, like, you can probably make just under 100 or over 100,000 if you're really going to sit down, grind it out for kind of 10, 15, 20 years. You will get to a good place on that kind of scheme. But obviously, if you want to get to the point where you're a millionaire, at some point you're 99 times out of 100 going to have to go self-employed, and you're going to have to run something for yourself or have something on the side. Like, to me, it's not just enough being in one of those positions. And trust me, once you get to the top, once you're at the top of a corporate ladder with you're earning 100,000, trust me, the stress you earn is defo kind of compensating for kind of your paycheck is definitely compensating the kind of stress that you're going to be under managing that many people. So that's something to consider as well. But yeah, no, just want to open this video to kind of you guys just to obviously just kind of look out and just to think what you guys want to do in the future. And yeah, just kind of get you thinking, because it's definitely got me thinking. And you may see a few changes coming in the next few weeks, some things I may look to announce. I'm definitely looking to see what I can do to improve my path, and I just want to think, yeah, what do you think about your path? Let me know what you're going to be doing. There's one last quote I want to leave you guys with, and it's, be the change that you want to see in the world. So if you think people want to use social media correctly, then you be the shining example. If you think that you have a sport or a skill and you think you deserve to be paid £1,000 doing it, you be the example. You show us why you deserve it. Because I'm telling you now, if you go hard on something and it's something you truly believe in, people see you grafting and people see the hard work, trust me, they will support you. People will support you. People will donate to your cause. People will go hard for you if they see that you're going hard for yourself. So make sure that you, honestly, whatever you do in this life, just go 110% at it, and I'm sure you'll be fine. But it's been your boy Lyndon. I'm going to do some more things tonight, so it's not just this. It's been a very hard week. I'm probably going to tell a story in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, it's not been a great week for myself personally, but I'm feeling better, and yeah, and hopefully we can just kind of crack on. And yeah, just really want to throw that out there. But hope you guys have enjoyed. I don't leave you any longer. Have a nice day. Up the corona, and obviously up my the beer. Obviously the beer. F corona. But bye.